Okay, so we haven't done a Patreon snack review in a while. We were a little bit busy. I don't know if you saw how many videos we put out for the Christmas season, but there were a few. So I have two kinds of Japanese Kit Kat, and then we have the new Kit Kat Duo from America. So I thought I would compare the two kinds of like Kit Kat, right? These are adult flavor? That's what that says. I don't know. Does it have a? Oh. they were for Halloween. We did not bring the thing that Paul kindly sends that tells me what these are. Oh, look, it says "and" on it. I don't know why. Oh, it's apple pie flavored. I'm dumb. It says apple pie underneath. That would be why there's the apple pie in the front. Alright, so the chocolate itself is purple though, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Why are these so difficult to open? Oh, it's melting because it's kind of warm. So it smells crazy, but it's this kind of like lavender purple color. Obviously. It looks like a regular Kit Kat inside. I don't know that I would call this apple pie flavor. Alright, I'm gonna give the rest of this to somebody else. It's melting in my hands. Oh, okay. Yeah. If you eat like the whole stick, you get a lot more of the like cinnamon sort of like sugar, kind of the apple pie seasoning sort of things, but I don't really get a strong like apple flavor. There's a hint of apple, but it's mostly like I get like a cinnamony kind of clove taste. They're really pretty, but it's kind of odd. I don't know. I normally expect them to look like what they're gonna taste like, and the fact that they're purple is, I guess, kind of throwing me for a loop because they kind of taste like florally a little bit. I don't know. This one though is more interesting because this is the first product to come out that has ruby chocolate, which is the new kind of chocolate made from red cocoa beans, I believe, something like that. This is something in cranberry. Almonds? Maybe? Oh my god. Why didn't we open these bags? Oh, hey, that one opened! Yes! Nice. Oh, these are single. Sometimes, the Kit Kats in Japan come too, like normal in America, and sometimes they just come singly, which is interesting, because I don't think they do that anywhere else in the world, really. Open this so you guys can see this chocolate. Oh, this one's also interesting in that it's got like stuff on the top. So I guess that's they're like almonds and cranberry. And then this is the ruby chocolate, which is kind of more maroon purple in person. I thought from the packaging it looks like super pink right here, but like in person it's a lot more purple. It looks boysenberry actually. It's the same color as all the boysenberry stuff here at Knott's. Oh. The top bit is like biting into a granola bar. It's interesting because the chocolate is not as non-chocolatey as like white chocolate. It's got a little bit of a chocolate taste, but it's a lot less strong than even like milk chocolate. Huh. These are kind of interesting. They're like a kind bar almost in texture. If you've never had a kind bar, it's like a kind of granola bar. They usually have chocolate on the bottom, a lot of the flavors, and then they're kind of like chewier than most granola bars, I would say, because they use honey as their like sticky factor. So they're very chewy and like, yeah, that's what this tastes like. Not bad. It's just like I don't really. It's like more aesthetic than it is like flavorful, I guess. I'm more a fan of the Kit Kats where they're more flavorful than they are aesthetic. Like, these are both kind of that way. Like, this one's purple for kind of no reason, and then this one's like real pretty. Like, I would Instagram this, but taste-wise, I don't know that I would eat a whole bag of this. I would eat a whole bag of the matcha Kit Kats. I have done that. When I was in Japan, I bought a whole bag of them and I just ate them. And then they were gone and I was like, where'd they go? Oh, in my mouth. So this is the Kit Kat Duos. This one is mint and dark chocolate. Oh God. I gotta try to open this so that we don't have to.
Don't forget to mention those are available in America.
They're available in what?
In America.
Oh yeah. This is the American one. Ugh. Oh, all of our chocolate is weirdly like aesthetic today. Look at that, the two layers. So obviously mint and then dark chocolate. It tastes like an Andes mint. but like with a cracker in the middle. It tastes exactly like an Andes mint. Oh, that's funny. This one, I will say, is more wafery than either of these. The Japanese ones tend to have less of the wafer quality of Kit Kats, so if you actually like the, like, sort of communion wafer, like, crunchiness of a Kit Kat, you won't get that from Japanese Kit Kats, really. They have a little bit of a crunch, but they tend to downplay it. They often have fillings. Like, this one has a sort of, the apple pie ones have like a sort of cream filling. Oh, you can't see, but it's like on the package. It's in between the layers. This one is like a single cookie. And then this one also, I think, has some kind of like cranberry filling in between the layers, so it makes it a lot squishier. I kind of prefer the texture of an American Kit Kat. It's melting so bad. I gotta eat the rest of this. Sorry, guys. Yeah. I'm glad that in America we're getting kind of more interesting Kit Kats. I don't think we need to have the same level of like a Kit Kat every month or every week like Japan does, but I would like some new variety in Kit Kats. It's kind of like the M&Ms, right? We come out with a new M&M like every 2 to 3 months. I feel like that's a good schedule. And then the ones that do well, they keep, and the ones that don't, we never see them again. So, you know. I like that system because I feel like the problem is like your favorite candy will always be there, but if you're a person who doesn't necessarily eat candy all the time but they want you to buy more candy, I feel like they have to do something different in order to get you to buy candy, if that makes sense. So like as a reviewer person, I generally don't buy like M&Ms. I just don't. They're not my favorite, like. But every time I see a new M&M, I'm like, oh, and I grab it off the shelf, even if it doesn't look good, necessarily. So I think in a way that you kind of, because they have their, like, core fan base, so this is, like, their way to get new people to try stuff. Yeah. Oh, these are, like, backwards, sorry. But yeah, that's the 3 kinds of Kit Kats we have. Oh my god, there is chocolate all over my hand. Sorry. Yeah, that's the 3 kinds of Kit Kats. I would say that motorcycle's really loud. I would say like my favorite is the American Kit Kat, actually. I really like this one. But, like, other than that, out of these two, I think I like this one better in terms of flavor. This one is just a little bit like, there's better apple pie flavored stuff, like even in Japan. So I don't know that I would pick up this necessarily. Whereas I feel like the ruby chocolate kind of gives this one interesting little like flavor interest thing. So yeah, this would be my pick, but I don't have anything to eat, but I will see you in the next one. Bye!